Sure has first NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Booker.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Powell is out there with Robinson. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Doncic in at the point. And for the 76ers, Horford is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Wendell Carter. And it's Simons in at the point guard. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the 76ers. And it's Simons missing.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're back in business.
Simons surveying the D. And it's Simmons penetrating. It's tipped. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. And here are the 76ers now. Kicks it out to Booker. 4 on the clock. Over Doncic. Misses off the left iron.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Here's Simons. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Miami.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
A slam dunk by Robinson.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personally. Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Outside Robinson. Ross against Horford. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, he's a solid shot blocker now. It's thanks to his timing and great anticipation skill. It's not easy scoring on Horford.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big-time play on both ends.
Here's Fournier. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Doncic, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Simmons kicks to Booker. Again, Philadelphia.
Look, I love how Simmons makes his teammates better. He's consistent at looking to get them going.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That is his first foul of the game. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. One second left. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers on top. They lead by 3. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign.
What put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history. Something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Toronto right now, they've got Dwight Powell. Terrence Ross is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Robinson in at the 5. Shoots from 12, and another basket for Toronto.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Toronto shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
The drive by Booker. Back to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. To the left wing. The 3. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 5 points so far.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Booker the pass to Carter. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Passes it to Doncic. From about 16. Nice jump shot. Good. Doncic has got 8 points.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Here's Simons. Here's Simmons. Got a piece of it.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Booker. Against Miami, he was really on his game. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points. That's all for now. Say goodbye to...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
We've got Carter, and Simmons is out there with Horford. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Here's Doncic. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Stolen by Robinson. Fast break Toronto. Fournier with the ball, and it's Carter picking him up.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Ross against Booker. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Ross, that's good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Robinson misses.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Doncic. And he overshot that one, missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Goes up with the stripe. Toronto grabs the miss.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And Ross with the slam.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Craig, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Simmons dishes to Carter. Simmons trying to get open. Fournier gets a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Simons. He's got 7. There's the dish to Carter. And the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Booker. And yes, it's good. And 12 points for Luka Doncic.
and certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Horford the pass to Simons. Powell pulls it in. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Toronto. That game is the first and last of their homestand. For the tie, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Doncic has got it all tied up now for Toronto. Booker against Ross. Now here's Booker. 10 points for him. From deep. Misses the shot. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll have the start of the Coach Brett Brown with some words for his players.
Let's be great on simplicity.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Terrence Ross. Dwight Powell is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Fournier in at the 3 slot. Here's Booker, and that one good. Booker's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Philadelphia. Toronto trailing. Fournier with the ball. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Philadelphia on D.
Displaying strong instinctual defensive awareness. Carter Jr. can get strapped.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Doncic left side. And again, no good by Toronto. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Booker. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other 4 guys. I mean, they can't give him open jumper.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there from the arc. But they get it back. Basket good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
To the wing on the left. There's the 3. And it's Simons missing.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Fournier pass to Doncic. The shot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And Fournier kicks to Doncic. Five on the clock. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Philadelphia leading by 4. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Simmons left side. It's deflected. Doncic feeling it out, looking to get it going, and the layup is up and in.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Booker against Ross. Now here's Booker. He's covered closely. Carter. Second chance shot. Robinson with the block. Ross on the wing. Defended by Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the gap to 1. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Back to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 3. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
To the left side wing. Here's the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the game. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Simons, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first. That gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space.
David, thank you.